Hi everybody, it's Friday and on Friday we always do a little wellbeing activity, and this afternoon I've got a lovely story for you. It's called Ruby's Worry. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. She loved to explore wild and faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day. She discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. Look, and she sees this little worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it at all. Look at it sitting next to her when she's eating her ice cream. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bigger. You see it's a little bigger here, and then look, it's a little bigger here, and she's trying to read her book, and there it is on her shoulder. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box, and it was still there at night when she cleaned her teeth. Can you notice something about this picture? What's happened to all the lovely colours in Ruby's world? The funny thing was that no one could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. Oh look, she looks a bit like Miss Nixon, doesn't she? So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. Do you think she looks like she can't see it anymore? She hasn't got her big smile on her face anymore, has she? She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing all the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Look, she's noticing when she's playing her bike, even on her birthdays, when she's playing on the piano. Ruby didn't realise, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at tea time, and it filled up half of the school bus. You see it? It's got so big. And it took up a whole row in the cinema. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Then, one day, something unexpected happened. What do you think's happened? Who can she see sitting on the bench? Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? Look, he's got one too. It was. Ruby realised that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Look, it started to get smaller. Then Ruby did the very best thing you can do with a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink and shrink, look, and shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Look, she's got a big smile back and all the colours are back in her world. Of course, that wasn't the last time that she ever had a worry. Everybody gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for very long. Now, we all know, don't we, that we're living in a very strange time at the moment, aren't we? And lots of people have got worries, but it's really, really important that if you've got a worry, that you talk to someone about it. And sometimes it's difficult to find a good time, isn't it? So, look what I've decided to do in my house. I've found myself a little jar, and I've put some piece of paper and some pens. And we've decided in our house that if we're worrying about something, we can write down what our worries are. And I'm going to write down one, look. I'm worried that my dad, who lives all the way in Anglesey by himself, might be lonely. So I'm going to write, I'm worried Tidy is lonely. Like this, I can fold it up. Tidy is what we call my dad. And we can put it in the jar, look. And then Thomas and Harv can put anything that they are having little worries about when they pop into their hat, into the jar. And then when we have a quiet moment, we can read the worries and have a chat about them. So as it happens, I was worrying about Tidy being lonely yesterday. So do you know what I did? I gave him a little phone call and he said, oh, no, don't worry about me. I've got Softy and Tufty, my dog, so I go for a walk and I see all the other dog walkers on the beach every day, and then straight away I felt a bit better, okay? So that's what I'd like you to do. Think about the story of Ruby and her worry, and if you have got any worries, just write them down so your mums and dads can have a chat with you about them. Now, your other job for this afternoon is to play the game that I've put on the website, all about things that you're proud of and things that make you happy, okay? So if you send me a little video of you playing that game with one of your brothers or sisters, or maybe your mum, send it to me. I'd be really, really pleased to see it, because I'm really proud of all of you.